call today. Appreciate you taking the time and jumping on a little bit early in Coach Marshall's plate. So if you just talk to us a little bit about what you've seen from your team over the last 4 weeks, and really what you're looking forward to as we close conference play.
Well, we had a tough week. The 2 road games that arguably the 2 best defensive teams in the league, ratings-wise at least, at Cincinnati on Wednesday and at Central Florida at 11 o'clock in the morning to us. That's just tough back-to-back travel-wise. Not to mention those are 2 really good teams. But, I thought we did some good things against Cincinnati. Obviously, some things we've got to get better at, but let's give Cincinnati some credit. That's a really good team. And with all the injuries that Johnny's been through down in Central Florida, I think he's done a great job with that group. Our kids really guard you. They rebound it. Then they've got a point guard in B.J. Taylor that can really close. So that was a good win for us, going on the road, winning there. So all in all, a good week. You can split that road trip at Cincinnati, at Central Florida. I think most coaches in our league would take that. And, when you have when you get into conference play and you start playing 2 games a week with the automatic day off, you have a tendency to have slippage because you spend your time preparing for your next opponent, and you don't really have a lot of time to fix yourself. And we really need that. We've had some slippage in areas that need to get fixed. I'm glad we don't play till Thursday. Obviously, yesterday was a mandatory day off, and now we have 3 days to get ready for a really talented SMU team. And but we got a lot of areas that need to be addressed and get tightened back up. So looking forward to doing that.
Thanks, Coach. And any media members who have a question for Houston head coach Kelvin Sampson, feel free to chime in now.
We'll take our first question from Joseph Duarte from the Houston Chronicle. Please go ahead.
Good morning. Good morning, Kelvin.
Hey, good morning, Joseph.
Hey, I was wondering, just kind of hit on your opening comments, the slippage. What are some of the areas that you're most concerned about, or at least want to get tightened back up?
Just our pick and roll defense overall, spacing, especially in transition overall. The normal things. I think every year over time, it gets really bad in the NBA because you're playing so many games, you don't have enough time to just practice. But things that coaches try to emphasize, kids make these mistakes not on purpose. It's just kind of a gradual erosion, if you will. You just need to get them tightened back up.
Right. And as far as how Rob's been such a good scorer for you the last few years, games happen. Sometimes teams take away normal shots that he'd get, but to have him bounce back against Central Florida, how key was that for you guys to have him have a good game?
Yeah, for him too. Kids are human beings, and over the course of our season actually starts in June now because of summer school and kids teams get together, and you go June to February, you're going to have some ups and downs, especially with offensive players. But I thought Rob was handling things well. Rob's always been a gym rat. He loves to get in the gym. But after I think he took the Cincinnati game hard. He knew how big a game that was. And I think he went 3 for 13 in that game before that last shot. But he bounced back. Rob's a tough kid. But we've had several games this year where we've shown that we have enough guys that can make a basket. That if Rob's not scoring, we have other guys that can.
Right.
As a reminder, if you would like to ask a question, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad. We'll take our next question from
Go ahead,
Ken Davis from theathletic.com. Please go ahead.
Morning, Kelvin.
Good morning, Ken.
Can you talk a little bit about the evolution of this conference you've seen since you've been in it? I mean, this league this year is tough every night. It wasn't always that way, and it just seems like the conference is getting a little bit more respect nationally as well because of your non-conference schedules and the night in, night out toughness of this league.
Yeah. Well, not only the non-conference schedule, the non-conference wins. Scheduling teams is one thing, beating them another. But you're right. We've had a lot of great non-conference wins. Arguably the best wins, or at least groupings of wins, is what Temple's done. Anybody that's played Temple knows how talented they are. There's not a team in our league that can spread you and beat you off the dribble when they go small, especially at 5 positions. But right now, Cincinnati is really, really good. Wichita State, very, very good, very good. But there's just not a break. Brian's going through what a lot of us went through his first year, because of what he inherited. Sometimes you inherit a lot, sometimes you don't. He didn't inherit a whole lot. He's having to build it, and he'll do it the right way. But after that, the dogfight every night. Mike Perry's done an outstanding job at East Carolina. Really proud of him and keeping those kids fighting. But it starts with the coaches. Actually, it starts with the athletic directors. I commend the athletic directors in this conference for going out and finding the coaches that going out and finding good coaches, good guys, good, outstanding basketball people that have a track record of success, and that's how this conference is going to grow. That's why I really, really hope we get 4 or 5 teams in the tournament. I think once we break through and do that, it's going to become a annual occurrence, because we've got that level of teams in our league that can do that. We've got teams that maybe not in the conversation this year, but will be next year because of where they are in terms of building their program. But this is one of those leagues that a couple of years from now, don't be surprised if we're putting 6, 7 teams in NCAA tournament every year.
What do you expect in the conference tournament, given what you've seen so far?
The conference tournament?
Yeah.
Great games. It's on a neutral court. It's going to be great for fans. You see a lot of outstanding teams that had good years, and probably going to need the tournament to either pad a resume or try to move up, and it's going to make for an exciting 4 or 5 days in Orlando.
Thanks, Kelvin.
You're welcome.
All right, Coach. Well, we appreciate your time today. Best of luck this week, and we look forward to seeing you here shortly down the road.
Okay, thank you.